Greetings, football family and soccer lovers. Welcome to another episode of Ballchat Podcast. Ballchat Podcast in the building again, live on YouTube and Facebook. I'm Benton. Hello, my brethren. Junior, how are you doing, boss?
Like a bridge over troubled waters.
I'm at peace.
I'm at peace, sir.
Manchester United at peace. Come on, can you put the Manchester United at peace discussion to rest? Come on, how are you doing?
Good. Do not have a nerve to talk about my peace.
Have a nerve to talk about he's at peace. Football lovers, what a week of watching football games, and so we'll get ready to discuss the major happenings in football this week. We'll hit the Champions League, the English Premier League, and we'll hit Manchester United and Manchester City
United,
hard. Inter Milan versus Juventus also will touch a game. But come on, we're not wasting any time. If you want to send on your questions or comments, send them on our YouTube platform or our Facebook. Go to Ballchat at Facebook or Ballchat Podcast on YouTube. Send on your questions and comments. And let's kick it off with our ballers and bugs. Ball has been the most impressive players of the week, and Bugs been the most unimpressive player of the week. Come on, let's start with the Bugs first, because I'm sure the Bugs are long. Who you have as your bug of the week?
A couple bugs. my first bug is Manchester City, the entire Manchester City squad. A special shout out to Otamendi. I don't know when last I've seen a player get so bad over at the span of their career. Otamendi has gone backward. I don't know how him keep getting called to you know what? No, I know why him keep getting a call for Argentina. Argentina don't have nobody. But Otamendi week in and week out continuously shows that he's not, doing well. I think he should wrap it up or go to a lower league, but because clearly he's not Premier League material anymore. My second bug is Pep for not recognizing that Otamendi is not the fit, not the right person for that position on his team anymore. My third bug would be the entire Manchester United squad. And I'm going to throw Juna in there because he asked for Fred, and Fred delivered a terrible performance today. So those are my bugs. Oh, and did I say Ole? I'm throwing Ole in there as well.
Oh, come on, it's an infestation, Junior. It's an absolute infestation. Football lovers, you can send on your ballers and bugs on our YouTube or our Facebook platform. Let me try to recap quickly. Come on's bugs. Wait, let's start. Otamendi, for his horrible display, Manchester City lost the Wolves. Otamendi got a rotted salad, as Jamaicans would say. He got embarrassed, or nothing, Meg. Otamendi, we also Pep Guardiola for such a horrible job in putting in Otamendi into the limelight still. Manchester United, wait, so Ollie at Manchester United, right? Come on, I want to make sure I got that right. Manchester United lost to Newcastle 1-0. Pathetic Manchester United. And who else is the other bug?
Junior.
Junior.
Fred.
Over troubled waters, Junior.
Like a bridge over troubled waters.
So he was happy. He was happy when he saw Fred starting. And it was ridiculous. Fred had a poor game when today he was supposed to take the free kick, and even the commentator was like, what is he doing? Why is he taking a free kick?
And big up to Dalton watching us on Facebook. Dalton's bug of the week. Spurs for being outscored 10-2 in a matter of 2 games. And Pan United for cannot winning on the road. Spurs lost to Bayern Munich 7-2 at home. Serge Gnabry and family destroy them, and then Spurs got the heck beat off of them by bottom of the table, are closing the relegation zone. Brighton, what? Conley and family destroy the heck out of Spurs. So those are Dalton's bug of the week. Oh, and Dalton also put in Rashford as his bug of the week also. And so Rashford is also bug of the week. Manchester United lost to Newcastle 1-0. I didn't even realize Rashford played. So those are Dalton's bug of the week. It's an infestation. Junior, Manchester United fan, my family, who is your bug of the week, boss?
Tottenham.
Tottenham. Why?
When City lost, I can't remember who they lost to first.
Yeah, Norwich.
They came back, and how much them dropped the second game?
They won 8-0, I think, against Watford, yeah.
And I came on the show and I said Pep proved that he has the pulse of the team, right?
Yeah, he has the pulse of his team.
Pochettino, I don't know if you have a pulse of your team, but that team dead like dog. That team is a dead dog. I've never seen anything like that. Bayern respected them in the first half of the game. And then for somebody clicked it in the Bayern locker room and said, these guys don't deserve to be on the same field with you, and so said, so done. And then today, Tottenham, bug of the week.
Tottenham is Manchester United fan, Mr. Biggs, Junior himself, bug of the week. Tottenham lost to, again, Bayern Munich and Brighton. But, Junior, no Manchester United player is the bug of the week for you?
No.
Okay.
And we will give me 1 minute later and I'll talk about it.
We only have 45 seconds.
Well, I'll talk about it later.
So Junior's bug of the week is Tottenham, Pochettino, soft Tottenham. And come on, you remember on this space last week doing Ballchat Live, Junior said you're gonna call me and said that I know what I'm talking about. Football lovers. Last week on this space, he said Tottenham would beat Bayern Munich, right? Right, Junior?
Yeah, but...
Okay, we just want to make sure.
But since when do we listen to Junior?
Well, we're not after this anymore. We're not doing that after this anymore. All right, football lovers, my bug of the week is in keeping with, there were many bugs, but I have to go with Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. We know that Otamendi is garbage. We accept that Otamendi is garbage. Otamendi cannot be better than what he is. Pep Guardiola, this is year 3 of the Pep Guardiola experience. You have 4 defenders, central defenders out of your youth academy. 2 of them is currently in your squad, and you're telling me that none of them are better than, or just as bad, are good like Otamendi? Pep Guardiola got the bug of the week for me, and for the inability to address a glaring issue. Year 3, you still haven't addressed the defensive issue, the frailty of this team. I don't understand how you want to play football with going home about scoring goals, but you don't want to defend. You cannot defend. You have no commitment to this defending aspect of the game. And from days of Barcelona, you struggled against Inter Milan when teams park and expose you on the counterattack. We saw it against Leicester City. Pep Guardiola is my bug of the week. Ballers time, because we don't have time to waste on bugs. Junior, who's your ball of the week, boss? And football family on YouTube and Facebook, who is your ball of the week? Junior, do you want me to go to come on for ball of the week first?
Come on first. I'm still over troubled waters.
Junior is still over troubled waters.
I'm still
Come on. Who is your ball of the week?
Traore. Traore is my baller of the week. He scored a brace, versus a Manchester City United. He scored a brace against Manchester City, and we all know that when Manchester United is ready to play football, they can play football. They have good players. They spend all the money versus a Wolves who's always struggling, who's always in the second half of the table, and who didn't spend as much money as, Manchester City. So for him to go there, and it wasn't 2 flukes goals either. His second goal on the breakaway was a very good goal. So I am giving him player of the week or baller of the week for me for that brace.
Yeah, and so come on, said Manchester United there. She had Manchester United in her mind, but Adama Traore scored 2 goals, and Manchester City lost against Wolves. He played for Wolves, of course. He was very efficient going forward. He got only about 2 chances himself. Wolves on its whole as a team got multiple chances, but he was the deciding factor in scoring those 2 goals as Manchester City lost to Wolves at the Etihad. Junior, your ball of the week, boss.
I want to get to Gnabry. How you pronounce Gnabry?
Serge Gnabry.
I want to give it to him, but Bayern lost yesterday 2-1.
Yes, they lost 2-1 to Hoffenheim.
Which is mind-blowing, but
yeah,
a guy that was told by Tony Pulis that you're not good enough for the Premier League.
Yeah, you're not EPL material.
You're not EPL material. Was with Arsenal and got thrown to the wayside.
Yeah.
And came back and took over London in the space of 15 minutes.
Yeah. Serge Gnabry was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. They scored 4 goals.
4 goals.
4 goals in that game against Tottenham inside the Tottenham brand new stadium. He was absolutely fantastic as they ran riot. Him and Bayern Munich ran riot over Tottenham. Football family, send on your ballers on ballers for me. Dalton says Conley of Brighton for scoring 2 goals. Come on, Dalton, very good.
He have a list?
He has a list. Dalton also says debutant Longstaff of Newcastle for scoring that vital goal against Manchester United.
And 19-year-old.
And an excellent goal too.
The first teenager, the youngest teenager to score for Newcastle.
And Dalton's final ball of the week is Lovren. Imagine Lovren make ball of the week.
What?
Lovren for his solid display on his first outing of the season.
Yo.
So Dalton's ball, Manchester United, be quiet please. It's Liverpool. Dalton's ball of the week. Ballers are Conley of Brighton. Brighton scored 2 defeats. He scored 2 goals for Brighton as they defeated Tottenham. Lovren for his solid performance in Liverpool's victory against Leicester City. And he also gave a ball of the week to debutant Langstaff in their victory over Newcastle. Debutant Langstaff scored the winning goal.
And just imagine the joy his older brother feels at his partnering central midfielder.
Over troubled waters.
Over troubled waters.
Over troubled waters. My ball of the week, I'm going to stick with the Brighton game and give the ball, rather than give it to Conley, I'm going to give it to this midfielder, Alzeti. Alzeti was absolutely fantastic in that midfield. When you talk about a player who had the pulse of that team, that, creating and connecting the midfield, the forward with the defense, he was right there. He was just knocking the ball around, the so-called Ericsson and Dumbele of the world, the high-priced, high-valued players. He was exceptional, and he was the impetus for what Brighton did to Tottenham. Alzeti, ball of the week for me. I don't know if he can replicate this performance, but on that day he was exceptional. And also big up to Conley. Conley was quite feisty, and the entire Brighton outfit, they were feisty and refused to give Tottenham any chance in that game. All right, to EPL roundup as we hit some of the major news in football this week, and let's just work our way back. I'll start with more recent news today. Manchester United lost to Newcastle. We're going to international break. Come on. Coaches get sacked during international break. Ollie will be back in a couple of weeks after the break, right?
He will. I mean, the only coach that should be worried right now is Poch. Poch is supposed to be worried for his job. He had a terrible week. Terrible week. After he lost to Bayern, and he said in an interview that he has 5 years left. I'm like, 5 years where? 5 years doing what? Cut the ties, Mr. GM. Send him packing. But I don't think the players are playing for Poch anymore.
Yes.
So I think he will be gone. Ole will be okay. I think Junior and his team can say, because of injuries, we're in a slump right now. That's their excuse. And we might just give them a pass. So I think Ole is safe, but I think Poch needs to be very, very careful.
All right, Junior, you wanted 45 seconds.
If not injuries,
Go ahead and talk about your Manchester United. They lost to Newcastle today.
It's not
I'm going to start the clock.
It's not injuries. The team is just not good, and the team is going through a transition. And they have made a wholesale change where they got rid of dead weight, and they're trying to get better by making a couple steps backwards. Now, all my Manchester United fans out there, really and truly, they are going to poke fun at us. It's all right. We have to. It's just a painful transition. Now, I like Ole personally, right? As a coach, I like him as a coach. Will he survive this? I don't know. But the only person responsible for his survival is Ole. You have to win these games. You're not going to beat Liverpool. I'm going to pick Man U to beat Liverpool, but we know they're not going to beat Liverpool. But you should beat the Newcastles. It's simple. So, yes, the team is not good. Yes, there's a lot of injuries. But I don't care who you roll out. Once you have Manchester United on your chest, you should be beating Newcastle that hasn't scored a goal at home for how long, haven't won a home game in so long. This is a game that you should have won. So, Man U fans out there, forget about Ole. As a team, we're taking a step back to go forward. If you like Ole, hope that for somehow, some way, somewhere, they beat Liverpool and them say, all right, cool, we give them more time. But we're good.
All right, 45 seconds. Very impressive. All right, second win from the Manchester United Newcastle defeat. Manchester United lost to Newcastle to Liverpool. The standard bearer in the EPL, come on, Liverpool defeated Leicester City 2-1 on a late penalty kick. Albrighton was quite clumsy as he fouled Sadio Mane later on in that game. I mean, Liverpool is doing quite impressive, and there's a lot of talk about their midfield and lack of having, good midfield and blah, blah, blah. But they're getting things done, right? I mean, 8 points lead at the top at this break. That's perfect.
Yeah, we can talk about the front line, the midfield, the wings, the defense, the goalkeeper situation, the coach's situation. The bottom line is they're 8-0. I mean, people are talking. Well, I say that they were very lucky because they were on their way to a draw. But sometimes luck plays in football. So if Manchester City don't get the ship right, I see Liverpool running away with this. Yeah, it's early in the season, but 8-0 is very impressive, and I'm very impressed with Liverpool. But don't tell my husband I said that here.
Liverpool, Coffee Powell says national liver red. Liverpool is hot. Dalton said Klopp will be the man to get Ole fired, as he did Mourinho last December, and that's reference to Jose Mourinho. Junior, Liverpool is on a 17-game winning streak in the EPL. I mean, he's built a culture of winning, Jurgen Klopp, that is. I mean, they will tie this record after the break against Manchester United, right? You're the Manchester United fan.
As a Ballchat commentator, yes, they should tie the record.
Yeah.
As a Manchester United fan, I'm going to sound the alarms from now for you Liverpool people out there. I've been telling you guys this.
Sound what alarms, Junior?
I've been telling you guys this for weeks. Liverpool's weakness is down the flanks, and it is showing up time and time again. And if it's one thing that Manchester United can do, if anything at all, you do not want to attack that Manchester United team because they live and die by the counter. And Dave James and Rashford will cause havoc. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, Daniel James and Rashford will cause havoc. Football fans will go on an international break. Liverpool versus Manchester United as we return from the international break. Big matchup. We do expect Liverpool to win that game. And
come on, Coffee Powell is saying that you're welcome to the Liverpool wagon.
No, thank you.
All right, so moving on from Liverpool and its impressive showing in the EPL, and they've continued to run in hot. I mean, before I move away from Liverpool quickly, there are those who have said that it's early days yet. They're 8 games in. But I just want to remind our viewers and others out there that Manchester City, the year a couple of years ago when they won that first title with Pep Guardiola, they started this sort of heat.
No,
right?
no.
Wait. Hear me out. Manchester City started by winning games, opening a huge lead at the top. Yes, they won by larger margin in some of those games, but they've won those games. And that's what Liverpool is doing, winning those games. Because if you open a gap at the top, it makes your life easier coming down the stretch.
True.
Right, come on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. True.
Yep. All right. Segueing from Liverpool versus Leicester City, Chelsea, Tammy Abrams. Now, Junior and Manchester United family, or is it Junior alone, says that Chelsea might be competing potentially for this title. Is that accurate?
My track record for predictions have been poor.
Okay.
Especially lately, but I'm going to say it right now.
Yeah.
The start of the season, I looked at all you guys and said that Chelsea lost to Man U is smoke and mirrors.
Yes, you did say that.
I am very impressed with Chelsea.
Okay.
And I'm more impressed with Tammy Abraham. Chelsea, I'm going to go on a limb and say this. Okay. Chelsea will be competing for the top 2 this year.
Okay.
Liverpool is going to go through their bad period. All the Liverpool fans don't want to hear this right now, but you guys are going to go through a bad period.
Yes.
Chelsea is a team that is balanced. Mm-hmm. They know where they should be on the field, and they'll be hard to beat.
Yeah.
They are going to compete for the top 2. Championship, probably not. It would take a really bad slip by Liverpool for Chelsea, but we have seen that before.
Okay.
So, but all fun and joke aside, Chelsea is more of a threat to Liverpool than City and than Tottenham.
All right, come on. You're the Chelsea fan. You've followed this team closely. What's your assessment of this team and what they've accomplished today? Tammy Abrams have scored his 8th goal in the victory against Southampton. Your thoughts on this? Come on.
Before I touch that, I'm going to say that whatever Junior is drinking and smoking, he needs to stop.
All right.
I don't know who you think that Chelsea is really competitive when it comes to Liverpool, or we will, by some miracle, be a good, competitor for them. I really don't see it.
It's over troubled waters. Come on.
Mm?
It's the over troubled waters.
Yeah, I mean,
but go on.
I just think you're crazy. Yes, Chelsea has righted the ship. Let me just say that we're still shaky in places because our goal against is very high. We had 14 goals scored against us versus scoring 18 goals. Yeah, we're clicking right now. Tammy Abrams is doing well. Mason Mount is doing well. I was very happy that Batshuayi came on and he actually scored. For Lampard, I still question his choices. We still, unfortunately, because of transfer ban, we don't get the players that we really want. Our defense needs to be shored up. I don't see Chelsea locking shop and being defensive when it comes to Liverpool. When Liverpool the attack in line is clicking, when Mane, Salah and Firmino going at you, I don't see Chelsea having capable players around there. That being said, I need them to take Alonso off the pitch. Don't put him on the pitch ever again. I'm kind of worried about the Christian Pulisic situation. I don't know if he's really not doing well in training or if Frank Lampard just is in love with Mason Mount. And Mason Mount is not really helping Christian Pulisic's case because he's actually showing up and scoring and playing well in the games that Lampard put him in.
Yeah.
So, with this victory today was good. But, yeah, we can only play the teams that are put in front of us. But it was only Southampton, and I won't get crazy and excited because we beat Southampton 4-1. But I'm happy that we didn't lose, and I hope that, we'll be in the top 4. I'm not even saying top 2 because I don't think that's realistic for us this year.
All right. Dalton says that Chelsea is beating the teams they are supposed to beat. Let us see how they go against the top teams. I think that's absolutely accurate, Dalton. How they match up against for the top 6 or the top 2 teams, how they go about it. Mr. Powell, Coffee Powell says, man divided, better try avoid relegation. And that's a very good point. Who knows? Manchester United might be teetering down at that part of the table for a while to come with these set runs of outcome. Junior, segueing from Manchester United, Liverpool, and Chelsea to Manchester City briefly. Loss against Wolves. They've lost 2 games already. I can't remember the last time they lost 2 games this early in an 8 game so far in the season. I mean, crisis.
Crisis. The book is out on Manchester. We all knew Manchester City's deficiencies over the years, and we all say it's going to happen. It's going to happen when the time is now.
Yeah.
The guy that seemed to save them all the time, Mr. David Silva, he has lost a step.
Yeah, David Silva is old.
So he's not the link anymore, and the guy who would have been able to take over from him has to play central defense.
Yeah.
Fernandinho.
Yes.
For me, he should.
Okay.
Mahrez is a wasted signing.
Yes.
Otamendi is an idiot.
Yes.
So everybody now knows that all we have to do is sit back. David Silva is going to bring the ball to us. Kevin De Bruyne cannot stay healthy. Raheem Sterling will be Raheem Sterling. Aguero cannot score. Sit back, soak up the pressure, kick the ball down the flanks, and run at them. The book is out on them.
Okay.
And they are not going to change their style. So yes, it's a crisis. No, I said in our little private chat that the funny thing to me right now is Leroy Sané might end up being the savior for Manchester City when it's all said and done, if he comes back to full fitness. He might end up being the savior.
He might be. Come on, care to comment on Manchester City and what crisis?
It seems as if Kevin De Bruyne is not in the squad, then the midfield is a shell of itself.
Yeah.
I think they don't play well when he's not on the pitch. So if Pep, they have money. They have academy players. They can sign whoever they want to. Pep can put a Band-Aid on what's going on until January, and then they'll call a plumber in and fix the leak. Okay. I mean, I see Man City right in the ship. Pep is a coach who wants to win. He's very competitive, and I think he'll fix whatever is ailing Man City.
Okay.
So I don't see Man City. I won't count Man City out as yet. We know Liverpool, they are very good at slipping, no pun intended. So as soon as them slip, Manchester City will be right there.
And Manchester City is trailing Liverpool by 8 points in the EPL as we go to the international break. One final comment before one final thing. United is doomed if the owners don't leave. Big up yourself, Michael Starboy. And Coffee said City need Jesus. Jesus to help. Jesus cannot save them now.
Oh, Mr. Gabriel is there.
Mr. Gabriel is there himself. But one final comment before we segue from our EPL roundup. Junior, during the international break, and again, you know, managers do get some managers may get the boot. Marco Silva at Everton. You know, there's a lot of movement in the back, in the noise in Everton saying that people should, you know, he should get the boot. Do you see him holding on during the Sunday? They're on a 4 games losing streak. How do you lose 4 games in an 8? Do you think Marco Silva returning? He said the next matchup is a must-win game.
He's odds-on favorite to get the boot.
He's odds-on
because
favorite.
Everton seems to have that, to be very trigger-happy.
Yeah.
Around this time anyway.
And they've invested heavily in the squad.
They did, but then the question will become who will be his replacement.
Okay.
And so then that's what you have to weigh up. And so, but he's odds-on favorite. He's the most favorite to lose his job over the.
You know, so come on quickly. Marco Silva almost looked like a man who's broken. And he's, you know, Junior often talk about managers having the pulse of their team, having the ability to kind of resurrect a team when it's struggling. Marco Silva seems to be lacking in that department. His head is down. He's sitting there on the sideline, sometimes just not totally committed to the job, it seems.
Yeah, you know, my thing is this, right? Football is a game of winning and losing. It's like it's points. Mm-hmm. So teams will lose, right? But it's how you lose. Losing 2-0 to Sheffield United showed Everton that they're actually in trouble. Because Sheffield United didn't spend a bag of money. They just got promoted. You have been in the Premier League for how long, and you invested heavily in your team, and you made this little team come beat a 2-0. That was the writing on the wall for them. So I think he knows that his days are numbered. So, I mean, he's just there getting a paycheck until they decide to cut him.
Yeah, yeah.
He might be waiting for a Merseyside derby to try
Merseyside,
to save him job.
Just save him job. Liverpool strength he has. Geraldo Haynes said the top three now is how they will finish, meaning that Liverpool will be 1, City 2, and Leicester City 3?
Geraldo said that. He's Arsenal fan.
Geraldo said that.
Arsenal.
Who is in the third spot right now?
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Don't pay Ronaldo any man. He's mad.
Oh,
That's
come
a
on.
crazy guy.
Oh, come on. Arsenal. All right. Try to hit some more. Yeah, try to hit some quick hits around Europe before we quickly get some thoughts on Champions League. Dortmund drew 2-2 again. It's probably the third or fourth tie in a row after coming back a victory in the Champions League, but they drew 2-2 against Freiburg. But also a bad outcome. Hoffenheim defeated Bayern Munich. I mean, it seems like no one really wants to take this Bundesliga title. I mean, RB Leipzig is doing quite well, and they're sitting in the second position. But is this just a hangover from Champions League? Junior?
No, we said this a couple weeks ago when Dortmund had a bad result. Maybe this is a blip. How many blips are we going to have before it becomes reality?
Yeah.
We know Bayern Munich is Jekyll and Hyde, especially after destroying Tottenham.
Yeah.
So we know that. We understand. That is Bayern's MO.
Yeah.
But I am more concerned about that one.
Yeah.
Because they don't seem to be consistent. They don't seem to know how to play as the hunted.
Yeah.
They are very good hunters.
Yeah, but they don't
being
know.
hunted, so that is troubling.
Now
for
the
me.
spotlight is on them.
Yeah.
Care to talk about Bayern Munich struggles and Borussia Dortmund struggle? Come on.
It's early. I don't think they should panic as yet. Dortmund is just, I think, as of now, we know them as the choking team. They seem to choke when they actually shouldn't choke.
Okay.
And they seem to draw or lose to teams that they shouldn't lose or draw with. So it's still early. The second half of the season will be telling for Dortmund, just to see if Dortmund really needs to play with a big dog. Bayern Munich, maybe they're just tired. They're just tired of scoring goals. All that goals against Spurs, kind of like, they're probably tired. But I think Bayern Munich is okay. I wouldn't worry. They're in third. They're in pole position. The race is still tight. Between third and first, it's just 2-point gap. So, and they have the superior goal difference. So I think Bayern Munich is in a better position than Dortmund, who's in eighth.
Yeah, Dortmund
But then,
yeah.
but I have to bring light to this situation though. Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, Manuel Neuer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That first goal should have never scored against him. And
Yeah.
I am really thinking that this Ter Stegen feud, this
Okay.
German feud, is getting to
For the
him.
number one slot.
I think it's getting to him. That first goal is a goal that he saves 9 times out of 10. The best goalkeeper in the world currently should not be beaten on his near
And
post.
Ter Stegen is at Barcelona. At some point, yeah, word is that Bayern Munich is really, not Bayern Munich, Manuel Neuer is definitely struggling in some regard. It's unusual to have Mönchengladbach sit at the top of the Bundesliga at this stage. In 7 games in, Wolfsburg is second. Mönchengladbach sitting at the top of the Bundesliga.
I watch them today.
Yeah.
Them have a ball named Player.
Yes.
And them have a brother from Switzerland.
Yeah.
A black guy from Switzerland.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the non-Jamaicans. I've read in my Jamaican dialect. That's how good Gladbach is.
Yeah.
Gladbach is a team to be reckoned with. No, I know they beat the little side, and we will see how them go against Dortmund and Bayern.
Mm-hmm.
But trust me, Player is a baller.
Yeah, he did very well for them last year. I don't know if they have the depth, but Mönchengladbach is currently sitting on top of the international break. Come on, switching over to Serie A quickly in the big matchup in the Derby d'Italia, Inter Milan versus Juve. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo showed up and showed out. They defeated Inter 2-1. I mean, he was a huge difference maker in this game. I mean, Inter Milan just got punched them out at home. a chance to step up against the big boys. Your thoughts?
It was a good match. I enjoyed it. There were probably 2 goals that were called back for offside. It was, Cristiano Ronaldo shows why he's still one of the best players. No matter how old he is, no matter what league he went into. And I heard the commentator keep asking, why is it people say that Messi and Diablo cannot play, not Messi, Ronaldo and Diablo can't play together. And I've never heard that. I don't know if that's something new, but I've heard that he can't play with Messi. I've never heard that he couldn't play with Ronaldo. But he assisted on the goal, and I think that they make a great partnership. Inter and Lukaku. I like Lukaku, but I'm not sure where the hype comes from. Is it because he's big and physical and fast? Because how many years he has been a professional, and his first touch is awful. There were 2 clear chances that if he had a better touch, he would have been on. He would be on through to goal. So Inter Milan needs some help. They didn't look good to me, and Juventus came out as the deserved winner.
Yeah. Juventus pretty much laid the mark down to all comers, saying to Inter Milan and Napoli and others, saying, look, if you want to win this title, you're going to have to go through us. I mean, it was an impressive showing by Inter Milan, Juventus outfit. Mauricio Sarri led Juventus outfit, by the way.
I don't think it's more for Juventus. I think it's more for Inter.
Yeah.
2 games in a row in a matter of 7 days.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to show that you are for real. You
Yes.
went to
Inter Milan,
to Barcelona. Yeah, Inter. They went to Barcelona, scored an early goal against an old, sorry Barcelona team, and you got run off the field eventually by an old, slow Suarez and an ineffective Messi. And now you come back at home, playing against Juventus, one of the most hyped Serie A games in years. And you laid an egg as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
That is telling. Conte can do so much, but I'm questioning the Inter players' mentality.
Yeah,
I'm questioning it.
Inter is not ready
They're
yet.
not ready for the limelight.
They need some more. Segueing from Serie A, quickly come on, La Liga. Things seems to be as we expected, as most prognosticator would predict. It's like all is fine in the world of La Liga. Real Madrid is at the helm, Barcelona is second, and Atletico Madrid is third. With all of the drama that has occurred throughout the season so far, it seems to be business as usual. Barcelona defeated Sevilla 4-0 in what was a one-sided affair. Your thoughts, come on.
Barcelona is still worrying to me, even though they won 4-0 today, and it was an okay game. Messi actually got on the scoreboard. Suarez scored. Dembele will be out. He got a red card even though he scored in the game. But it's still worrying to me. Barcelona still needs additional players. They're slow. And I think once teams can break down the tiki-taka kind of ball playing, then they will eventually, run over Barcelona. Swinging from Barcelona to Real Madrid, hold on. Should I wait until you ask me about Real Madrid? I should just talk about La Liga.
Go ahead. You just do La Liga.
Right.
Yeah.
So then it's surprising now that Gareth Bale seems to be the player who's saving Zidane's hide. And also the fans gave him a standing ovation. So, it was a little bit weird to me that no, he was hated, now he's being loved. La Liga, the order is still back. I hope Barcelona can actually win the title again. But I'm afraid if we win the title, Valverde will still be coach, and he doesn't deserve to be coach of Barcelona.
Business as usual in La Liga. Gareth Bale is now the son, at international break. Real Madrid doing quite well, leading. Junior, quickly, as we head home in our show, and we want to touch Champions League for a little bit. Outstanding performances from you this week in Champions League. Is it a Tottenham victory? I mean, Atletico Madrid also, I think, picked up a victory also, and Dortmund also picked up a victory, but not the Tottenham victory, the Bayern Munich victory. Most outstanding victory for you this week in Champions League football?
Without a doubt, Barcelona. Without a doubt,
Barcelona over Inter Milan.
Over Inter Milan. I don't care that it was being played in Spain. Inter was the younger, faster, more energetic team, and Barca found some way to win that game. Some way, somehow. I have to give Barca is like the vampire in those horror movies that you really have to get a stake and drive through them hard at least 3 times.
You have to kill them off.
Yeah, they are not going to die. They are here to stay. So Barca for sure.
Outstanding performance for you this week. Come on in the Champions League. Your big performance. I mean, a lot of hype about what Bayern Munich did to Tottenham, but was that the impressive performance for you, or were there others?
No, Liverpool versus Red Bull was a very good game, 4-3. That game kept me on the edge of my seat. What's his name? Jesse Marsch.
Yes, Jesse Marsch.
He's making a great mark out there in the world of football. Yeah. So I'm very happy for him because he's a very nice guy. I liked him when he was at New York Red Bulls. But that game, that 4-3 victory for Poole, versus a Red Bulls team that was down 2-0 and they stormed back. That was the most impressive game for me. I don't like one-sided games, but that was a very close and good game.
Yeah, Jesse Marsch. I mean, a guy who left the New York Red Bulls position to became an assistant, and now he's a head coach in Europe. And some ridicule him when he took that chance, but he's actually have that Red Bulls team. There's a video circulating. RB Red Bulls have that Red Bulls team playing well. There's a Salzburg. There's a video circulating of his team, his halftime talk in that matchup against Liverpool, and the demand that he required from his players translated to them fighting back, and only lost that game 4-3. That was an impressive showing by Red Bulls. Dalton said that game had him sweating. Liverpool fans were literally sweating, and Red Bulls are doing well. They're champions of Austrian football, are leading the table in champions in Austrian football. Junior, any other outstanding thing for you in Champions League football this week other than the Inter Milan game?
No, not really. Everything was kind of stuff. Liverpool's Achilles heel keep rearing its ugly head, but you have to give them credit for their ability to continue to win.
Yes, yeah.
Finding a way to win, and that is something that is not taught. So you have to big up Liverpool. So I have just to piggyback what everybody is saying. Come on, I agree. It's an exciting game, but we have to give Liverpool enough credit for that.
All right. Football family, come on. Any final says we wrap up our show. International break next week. We'll do a show covering the major news in football coming up this week, where it's not a boring international games. But come on, you get the final say this week as Manchester United still over troubled waters.
I just think that what's his name? Jose Mourinho might just be the coach for Spurs. We'll come back from the international break. I think Poch is in trouble. I think between him and Eric, between him and Silva, they're both in trouble. And I see Jose out there looking bored, doing the rounds on TV, talking all kind of smack. So I think we're going to see one of those two coaches losing their jobs over the international break.
Over the international break. And Ballchat family, we know that we're not advocating for people to lose their job. We know that people have their family. And, it's not that Pochettino is a bad coach. It's not that Marco Silva is a bad manager, but it's just not working out. Time to move on. And Jose Mourinho is sitting there waiting.
Fun fact, did you know that it's just recently Man U finished paying David Moyes' contract?
How is that a fun fact, Junior?
It's a fun fact for David Moyes.
Bridge
over troubled water.
Trouble.
Actually, I spoke to Everton fans yesterday. They said they will gladly take back David Moyes any day over Marco Silva right now.
I will
the state of affairs of football. As we wrap up our show, football family, link us on our social media platform on Instagram at Ballchat Podcast. Link us on Twitter at Ballchat1. Facebook, link us on Facebook at Ballchat. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Even Chelsea won this week in Champions League. Things are
Like
going
a
well for a lot of people at the break while some continues to suffer. Football family, we will see you. Look more.
I will let it